Hello, and thank you for joining me for a basic hip and lower back hamstring short session of yoga for you who need a little relief for your lower back and your hips. We're just going to simply start by standing up and having the feet hip widths apart, taking the arms all the way up and taking your right wrist, bending in towards the knees gently and just doing a nice crescent towards the side. Lifting off from the IT band attachment, from the lower waist area all the way up and over, and then we'll take it all the way up and other side, taking it all the way, crescent towards the right side, holding on to your left wrist, getting a nice big side length, and then we'll take it all the way up and over, and one more time, sweeping it all the way up and over and taking it all the way up and slightly into the side, making it nice and long from the hip up to the shoulder, and then gently taking it all the way back down and hands down to the side, widening the feet, pretty wide, outer hip widths apart. And take the hands to the knees, right above the knees, and thumbs can face in. And then we're going to just simply take a couple of cat-cows. We'll just take it up and we'll take it back down, and we'll just give ourselves a few flexion and extensions on the spine to get in towards the lower back. And one more, take it all the way up, flexing the spine and then bringing it back and taking it into neutral. Take your right shoulder in level with your hips, so simply just take it in a nice comfortable area for your right lower back, pushing your right hand into your right knee and take it up and over to the other side, pushing the left hand in towards the left knee, leveling your shoulder with your knee and taking it back and over again. One more side, nice, and again up and over, bringing it all the way to the side for a nice yummy lower back stretch, and taking it all the way back up, pressing into the feet, taking the arms all the way up, bringing your palms together, your fingertips together, slightly pigeon toe your feet in and bending into the knees and extending your arms at an angle, lifting your sacrum a little taller than your lower back, and just full extension and freedom, openness into the lower back. And we'll just hinge all the way down and all the way down, and fingers comes to the floor, maybe to blocks, maybe to a chair, and we'll just hang out right here, pulling the hands forward, pigeon toe in towards the feet slightly, and micro bending into the knees, freeing up into the lower back, and gently taking your hands under your shoulders and take your right hand in the center, take your left hand to your sacrum and lifting your sacrum into your hand and lifting the lower belly, taking your right ribs over to the side, and then sweeping your left arm all the way up, twisting into the lower back, middle back, and all the way up to the shoulders too. And exhale, release. Left hand to the center, straight from your shoulder and down to the wrist. Take your right hand to your sacrum, lift your sacrum into your hand so your lower back is slightly lower than your sacrum, and sweeping the right arm all the way up. Maybe the gaze comes up towards your thumb. And exhale, take it all the way back down. And then from here, take your hands to your hips and come all the way back up to standing, and bring your feet all the way together. Nice, just so that we can come down onto our mat or floor or rock, even a rock. You have to go this way, buddy, yes. And then we'll come all the way down. Taking our right knee into the chest
and the left foot is nice and flat onto the floor, and we'll just hug it all the way in, extending your right leg all the way up, pushing your hands in towards your hamstrings and hamstrings in towards your hands. Sacrum is down, lower back is lifting, clearing in towards the lower back. Maybe we'll extend the left leg out in front. Take a couple of nice deep breaths, and gently from here bend your right leg back down and put your feet flat onto the ground, and take your left knee into the chest, and we're holding it right here, hugging it in. And then we'll extend the left leg all the way up, hands around the hamstrings, hamstrings pushing into the hands. Sacrum is getting further down into the ground, and the lower back is lifting for more freedom into the lower back as the belly is toning. Extend your right leg. 2 straight legs in a nice L shape. Opening up into the back of the leg, into the front of the leg, into the hips, lower back, and then exhale, take it all the way back down. Nice. And then from here, take your right knee over your left, arms out to the side. And maybe this is plenty to hang out right here. We'll just stay here for a moment and enjoy crossing one leg over the other. And then take your right ankle over your left knee for figure 4. Take your hands around your left hamstrings and let your hands and your leg hang into each other, and your right knee is pushing forward slightly. And we'll enjoy that for a moment. A couple of nice deep breaths into any of the tight areas, and gently release from there. And other side, take your left knee over your right, and we'll just let them kind of hang out together, getting used to the turn into the body. And then take your left ankle over your right knee. Take your hands around your hamstrings, and we'll just hang on right here for a figure 4, pushing your hands in towards your leg and your leg in towards your hands. Sacrum is down, lower back is lifting, lower belly is toning and securing into the lower back, so we can open up and release any tension. Nice. And then we'll exhale and take that all the way back down, and then we'll just come on over onto all fours. We'll take it over onto all fours. Toes are tucked under, knees are underneath your hips, and shoulders and wrists are stacked, and we'll arch the spine all the way up and hollowing all the way back down, and arching the spine all the way up and hollowing it back down. A couple of cat-cows and a few more times, arching the spine all the way up, and then coming back into neutral. Take your right leg up to the side, circling it all the way back and down, and taking it all the way up, kind of doggy style, and then taking it back down and circle all the way up and around, getting a nice mobility into the hip. And 3 circles for the left leg, taking it up to the horizon 90 degrees, circling it all the way back and taking it back down, up to the side and to the back, and bringing it back down, taking it up to the side one more time, and then we're circling it all the way back down. Just so we can come back down onto our back, we're just going to lay on down onto the back again, and then from here coming on to the floor and taking our right leg over our left, and then taking our hands behind the head, and then lifting the legs up into tabletop with crossed knees. And then we're simply just going to bring it all the way in and extend it back out, and bring it all the way in and extend it back out, hugging into the midline for 5 times. That would be 3, and then we'll do 2 more, taking it all the way in and extending it back out, taking it in 1 more time and extending it out. Take your arms out to the side, left foot hops over to the right side, and then we'll do a nice leg over leg twist to the side, taking both shoulder blades to the floor as best as we can, and just slightly tipping the hips over to the side. They might be halfway down, they might slightly tip just over to the side. And gently take it all the way back up. And switch to the other side. Take your left leg over your right, take your hands behind your head, lift your leg up into tabletop style, one leg crossed over the other, and then we'll bring our knees to the chest and tip your foot down. Lift it all the way up and bring it back down. And we'll keep on bringing some heat in towards the core before we twist in towards the hips. And bring it back down, and we'll do 2 more. Bring it all the way up and take it back down. And 1 more, take it up and bring it back down. Take your hands out to the side, hop your right foot over to the left side, and then gently twist over towards the right side. Maybe there's a slight twist, maybe we'll twist leaning our hips a little bit more on the side and taking the knees to the right side. Seeing how it feels for your hips and for your lower back. And gently take it all the way back up. Undo the legs, take the knees into the chest, and take the hands outside let's take the hands around the hamstrings today. We'll just take them around the hamstrings, bring your knees towards your chest, and then if it feels open enough for the hamstrings and the hips, take your hands outside your feet for happy baby pose. Sacrum down, lower back lifts, and then we'll take the knees together and put your feet onto the floor, and we roll all the way to the side and step on up to standing, and we'll just come all the way back up to standing, feet hip width apart. Take the arms all the way up, one nice big inhale, and exhale, hands down to the side, and we'll take it all the way back up again. Inhale and exhale, and one last time, bringing our arms all the way up, equal length from the hips to the shoulders, bending the knees, and then exhale, taking your hands all the way down to the sides and hands to the heart. And thank you so much for joining me for this very short hip and lower back session. I hope it helps you. It sure helps me, and I'll see you for the next video. And I think Badger's been so good, he deserves a nice throw with his stick. Is it this stick? That's not the stick, it's this stick. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Namaste.